Oh, now it makes sense. Oh, now it makes sense. So I've done quite a few producer AI videos lately because there's been a lot of disruption, and now we know exactly why. So in this video, we'll be getting into it. Hey everyone, Barry here from Music Tech Info. So Music Business Worldwide has reported that Google has acquired the AI music platform and Suno challenger Producer AI. Now, if you remember, I've done 3 videos about Producer AI very quickly, because first was a notice to tell you guys that you had 2 days to download your work from the platform, and there was very little notice in terms of being able to do that. Then I did a video with the fact that the new model had come out, and the results that I was getting were okay, but a lot of the community were not happy with the new model. I did a follow-up video on that, and then yesterday I talked about how important it is to download your generations from all of these AI generation platforms as you're doing them, if not now, because they are in full control of their platform. If they get acquired, that brings changes. There may be law implications, which was honestly my gut feeling, but it wasn't that at all. It was Google was acquiring Producer, which is a really powerful move, and this changes everything in the AI music generator space. Now, we're used to Suno being the #1 AI music generator for the market, right? We've had Udio become a walled garden. We've had Producer now being acquired by Google. There's many others. There's Mozart, there's Napster, there's so many. There's Sonauto, which I'm just looking into at the moment. Lots of AI music generators. But what are the top 3? I'd always say the top 3 was Suno at #1, then Udio, #2, which is now a walled garden. You can't download anything from that platform until they launch their new model. In fact, no, that's still going to be the case, isn't it? And then #3, I digress, was going to be Producer AI. But now they are part of one of the largest IT companies in the world, Google, right? So this is huge. So this has been announced yesterday as of recording this video. It goes on to say that Google has acquired Producer AI, the AI music creation platform formerly known as Refusion, bringing the startup and its team into Google Labs. Now, I reported on Fusion. It's got to be over 2 years now. The deal was announced on Tuesday via the Google blog post from Elias, Senior Director of Product Management at Google Labs, so it's part of Google Labs now, who described Producer AI as a creative collaborator that allows users to turn imagination into dynamic, comprehensive songs. Now, the interesting thing is I also did another video, I think it was last week, regarding Google Gemini in how you can generate 30-second clips with their Lyria 3 model. Now, Lyria 3 is embedded into Producer as full songs, but it comes with a big caveat, and that caveat is Synth ID. Now, Synth ID is the watermark, which basically means that any generation from the Lyria 3 model or earlier are watermarked as AI generated, and you could have implications with that. You could have issues if you're like uploading it to YouTube or something. So you need to be wary of that. So now, in terms of what Producer AI's team's going to be doing, they're going to be joining Google across both Google Labs and Google DeepMind. That's according to a LinkedIn post by Kendall. I've spoken to Kendall a few times in terms of Discord and stuff, and she's been great with me. The news arrives just a week after Google launched Lyria 3, which I did a video about, which it describes as its most advanced generative AI music model to date in its Gemini chatbot app, where it allows users to create AI-generated music from text prompts or images. Now, that seems really low-key, right? But it isn't. It's removing the barrier of entry for anybody to make a 30-second song, right? That means there's going to be a lot more wannabe musicians out there in the future. Now that anybody can do music, if they get the hit of doing that, the buzz, then they're going to want to be musicians themselves. So they may want to start looking at other alternatives to make full tracks, of which Producer is now part of Google. There might be Suno that they want to come over to. There might be others. But this is making anyone into a 30-second musician now, right? Really interesting. So the space is changing by the day at the minute. It's really crazy. I mean, I went to Spain last week and I just knew, something told me to take my laptop with me. And I'm glad I did, because I was able to report on these things. So under Google, Producer AI now runs on a preview version of Lyria 3 for music generation. Now, the earlier model, it wasn't very good, but now they're using Lyria 3, which for me was better, a lot better, but for a lot of people in the community, they are not happy with it. And also Gemini for its chat interface, Google's Nano Banana model for album art, VO for AI-powered music videos, with all outputs embedded with Google's Synth ID watermark for identifying AI-generated content. So Google is not just about a search, it's about ads, it's about media, whether that's music videos, album art, normal art, imagery. Google's doing everything. They are doing everything. They're a huge threat to OpenAI right now. Huge, because their Gemini is just doing so well. So the co-founder and CEO of Producer told The Verge, the team, it's just scratching the surface of what these models are going to be able to do once we harness everything that Google brings to the table. This is a really clever move on both parties, actually, because this could really threaten Suno, right? It just could, because Google's so much bigger than Suno. And Roman told the outlet the key difference between Producer AI and other music making platforms is a conventional back and forth within the platform's built-in agentic software. It's not just a tool that you put in the prompt, roll the slot machine, and something spits out. The reality is that that's not how good music is made. And Producer AI was really made for the back and forths that play out over in time. So there's agentic capabilities which should hopefully be coming to other AI music generators soon, but we're still waiting. So, for example, in Producer, you can say change the chorus. You could say improve the bass. Doesn't always do it, but it's got agentic capability, and that can only improve over time. So it was founded by these two people who originally launched the platform as Refusion, as an open source hobby project that went viral in December 2022. It raised $4 million seed round in October 2023 and brought on the Chainsmokers as advisors. The platform launched in 2025 as a successor to Refusion, initially using the startup's own AI model. Yeah, I remember reporting on Refusion from the very beginning. Chainsmokers said, "We are so grateful to see how this platform continues to evolve. It's truly crafted around the musician's experience. The founders are incredibly technical but natively musicians and understand the nuances of what makes a platform truly be an addictive tool in the creation process." Google has said it's also working with artist partners through its Music AI Sandbox, which is a suite of experimental tools for professional musicians developed with DeepMind and YouTube. So the world is the oyster with Google. It really is. Now, Grammy-winning artist is among those who have used Lyria as a creative tool during the development of their music. So as they continue to build Producer AI at Google, they'll be laser focused on creative control for artists, including through features like Spaces, which is like projects, which allows artists to use natural language to completely create completely new instruments, effects, and more. I did a really interesting video a few days ago about their vibe coding part, where I created a sampler in Producer, and it worked. It was incredible. So I encourage you to check that out. By the way, there's 83% of people that watch my videos don't subscribe. So please consider subscribing if you're interested in AI music generators. The acquisition comes as Google's continue to pursue AI-focused deals. The tech giant recently brought in the CEO and top engineers from voice AI startup Hume AI via a licensing deal. So Producer AI has now entered Google as a small player in a generative AI music market increasingly defined by deep pockets and legal risk. As we know, Suno closed a $250 million Series C at a $2.45 billion valuation back in November, reporting $200 million in annual revenue. It settled its lawsuit with Warner Music Group in late November, but it still faces infringements from Sony and Universal Music Group, as well as Denmark's Coda and Germany's Gamma, and also Top Music Attorney's independent one as well that she's doing. So, you know, this is forever changing. On Monday, Music Business Worldwide reported that a coalition of artist representatives published an open letter calling on the music community to say no to Suno. Direct attack on the platform, describing the platform as a brazen smash and grab that floods platforms with AI slop and dilutes the royalty pools of legitimate artists. For me, if you use it as a tool, it's amazing. It's the best tool that I think I've ever used in gosh, 4 or 5 years. Oh yeah, half a decade. Right. Suno is amazing. It's a very black and white way of looking at things, and I feel that way when I see a lot of hate on YouTube. You know, there was one that I came across that was a really well researched video about Suno, how bad it was, and then literally halfway she starts generating her own music tracks with her own, you know, style, and she was amazed at what it did, but she just didn't want to admit it. Google has not specified how Lyria 3 was trained, but it has sought to develop this technology responsibly in collaboration with the music community and has been very mindful of copyright and partner agreements in training this model. Music Business Worldwide understands that to mean the training for Lyria 3 uses music that YouTube and its parent company Google have the right to use under their terms of service, partner agreements, and applicable law. Wow, it's just so interesting, isn't it, guys? Literally, this stuff is just, yeah, it's just changing. Google, wow. I mean, Google's huge, right? Think what they could do to ProducerAI now, and that's why they're going to hopefully retain the team. And yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting. What I thought we'd do now is just have a very quick look at Producer. So yeah, here we go. So on their main page, Producer is now part of Google. You can read the announcement. It's here to stay with more on the way. It's now known as the data controller of the personal information associated with your account, which means Google LLC is now responsible for how your data is managed, protected, and used. You have to agree to processing and usage of your data in accordance with the privacy policy and the updated terms of service. So you're able to revise the settings and request the export of your data if you want. Oh, that's interesting. Or delete your account below. So if you go to, oh, I'm in the way. So if you go to revise settings, oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Revise settings, we've got help, improve, producer AI. Do you want to allow your content to be used to improve it? On or off? Export data. Please email support@producer.ai for an export of your data created on this date. You can email support, you can delete your account, and you can log out of your device as well. Wow, interesting. Very interesting. I mean, for me, I haven't done many generations on there, so I'm happy to continue with that. Oh, I hate when that happens. There we go. So now, if I go to create a track, I'm not going to do it now for the purposes of this video, but can you see in the model, we have Lyria 3 preview. Now, the demo 1, which was Fuzz 3.0, is gone, right? So the videos that I did in terms of examples on the generation just isn't there anymore. So you're now able to do a Lyria 3 full song generation. And that's really interesting because Google Gemini currently doesn't allow you to do that. It allows you to create a song from the same model, Lyria 3, as a 30-second clip with restrictions. Now, I understand that the synth ID watermarking is still occurring with Producer.ai, so you may get issues with that. I'm yet to fully test it, but I thought I'd give you guys a heads up in terms of, yeah, Google now owns Producer, and how is that going to change the AI space? Let me know what you think, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care. Bye.